Hello. Right, so let's right out of the gate here, let's get one. YouTube has finally gotten around to forcing everyone to the new channels in lieu of unanimous praise. Did I miss the day when everyone went batshit crazy and drank the crazy drink and thought that a complete turd was a second coming of Christ? Or did the YouTube staff always visit their Alzheimer's parents who thought that, you know, they were nice little boys with heads that were on fire and weasels up their sleeves named George? Also, the not look like shit, also known as the high quality button, is gone. So, nice going, guys. Let's ruin YouTube as fast as possible. The only thing you could do better to do that is to give Fred money for that perpetuous prepubescent whining, and then fix the numbers when it appears on top in the top videos list. Fuck. Anyway, on to business. Jack Thompson, if you didn't know, is a complete assbag hailing from Florida. If you don't know who he is, and God bless you if you don't, haha, see what I did there? Was known to be right in the middle of the sex box, or the GTA murder simulator, and all that crap. Oh, how funny, guys. I get it. Sex, and then box is an Xbox. Ah, herdy fucking heard. Alright. Anywho, I suppose one could see where it comes from, other than the land of stupid, but something he promotes is not something but a stupid newscap. Something he promotes is nothing but the stupid newscapper stereotypes, which unfortunately are usually true in this case. I'm not exactly the person who goes around endorsing aha blacks and ha n-word like watermelon haha bling, but I'm not the one that really goes around endorsing stereotypes like blacks, but I will endorse, hey, patriotic Canadian, don't you know? I will endorse that because it's self-mocking, which I suppose makes it okay, but still. I don't exactly go around endorsing stereotypes, but this one seems to be true from what you'll see. For example, it seems that most people in the newscasting business think that points have everything to do with video games, right? Well, and that video games reward you with points for doing horrible things like beating up hookers, killing cops, and running over pedestrians. Not only is this untrue, but the thinking behind it is outrageously insulting. To condemn a game for awarding points is to assume that gamers, and particularly children, do things for the infinite thrill of seeing little numbers scroll up and seeing little numbers add up in the remote corner of the screen. Logical extension of this thinking is to become gamers whose reptile brains are so wildly turned on by math, we would then wander into the real world and do harm for some imagined numerical reward. The truth is, of course, that GTA doesn't award points for anything. Neither do most modern games. The action and story are their own rewards. Pedestrians were run over purely for preserved thrill of doing something bad, or out of, you know, clumsiness. And the archaic concept like points are regulated as simple action games in the minds of people who last played in video games in 1982, which, by coincidence, is probably the last time any of these people really played something like that. And on top of that, you have the typical CNN, Fox News crap, where pundits become so self-absorbed and desperate for those, you know, little ratings. Haha, you know, like the little numbers that scroll up. Oh, well. They make up crude facts out of thin air to list some of these made up bullshit. Like, I went for research for like 30 seconds and copy-pasted some of these things, but these are all true. There's this one time when the baby pals crap, where a video game is heard to have a baby saying Islam is the light. Spend 2 seconds on Google, however, and they would find that this was an actual baby just babbling away. I don't think it had any religious beliefs. Just saying. GTA is all about killing hookers. Games are murder simulators. Alright, not true. Hookers are just there. Just like hookers are just there in real life. Ignore them, alright? Can you do that? No, you probably can't, because you're too stupid, you dumb idiots at CNN. And then, why is Jack Thompson always called an expert? Like, why are they calling this guy an expert? It makes no sense. It's like calling the Dalai Lama an expert on warp strategy. I'll continue listing all this stuff, but it'll probably crash Microsoft Word. Of course, all that is small potatoes next to the many times that our favorite person in the world, Jack Thompson, has been appeared on TV, credited as an expert and going on completely unchallenged as he drones on about cranial menus and how old school gamers or how all school shooters are obsessive gamers and how companies know they're breaking law even though the judges repeatedly ruled that they're not. What do judges know about law anyway? And if Jack Thompson was right, what would he be teaching us? That if he was believed that listening to his whiny little ass all day that would cause the world to blame everything else for something that was really their fault? Which seems to be already happening if you live in the US. Sorry. Also, it seems that these guys are always relating to the facts and the brain scans. I have here an article that went into the same steps and showed supposed signs of aggression under a subject, which showed that the pictures of humans interacting with each other. Now here you are thinking that suddenly I'm endorsing these brain scans. Dear viewer, here's the catch. They say these signs of aggressions, they saw these signs of aggressions coming out of, guess what? A dead fish. Yeah, that's right. A dead pink salmon showed signs of aggression. And the same steps that Jack Thompson and friends are using this as conclusive proof that video games cause violence in kids. And even when he goes on about how the ERSB is letting kids buy M games, and how all M games should be rated with AO for adults only, when in truth there's only been about 24 AO games, only 21 of which have actually been interactive porn DVDs, and the fact that these get mixed up with the ERSB. And to further escalate this, I must say that M rating is the equivalent to R in these movie ratings. And considering the fact that retailers sell these along video games, why aren't we going on about the movies corrupting children? You know? And then an R-rated movie like Last House on the Left. Take a look at that movie. It's shown to contain a rape scene, alright? When the public's general reaction to this isn't, oh no, think of the children, and so on and so forth, etc., you know, whatever shall we do, it's just now, instead, it's, oh shit, now this crap movie's gonna make us sit through a rape scene too? No. And then science has proven that your mind is inactive and sedate while watching TVs and movies, making it more susceptible to suggestion, which, if I may add, is what hypnosis is all about. Wouldn't that be more incriminating if this was true? No. So why and then, if you will recall, the GTA hot coffee scandal, in which GTA was San Andreas was revealed to by a hacker to have a hidden sex game, which I may add took a considerable amount of hacking and you know, C++ programming to access. If you're on a PC in the first place, wouldn't you be just one Google search away from infinite porn? No, of course you are. So why in the hell should this require Senate hearings and multi-million-dollar scandal over how video games are corrupting our children? And then to quote Jack Thompson, Halo, quote, I'm quoting here, so don't take this as my opinion. Halo is being used by Al-Qaeda to train snipers. Really, Jack? Really? Wouldn't, oh, I don't know, picking up a damn sniper and shooting targets be more effective to train snipers? You know? So why in the hell should this require multi-million-dollar Senate hearings and all that crap? Because people are generally afraid of change, that's why. Going back to my favorite little tool of evolution, what's a good survival instinct? Trust what you know. The apes that tried to make friends with the giant leopard thing died. The ones that didn't die, right? However, this is no excuse for this behavior. Sorry to say it, guys, but Jack, Nancy Grace, all your friends at CNN, let's take you in the corner for timeout, alright? Let's learn to behave ourselves. Signs of aggression that Jack Thompson uses as signs of certain aggression are listed as follows under the official designation: hitting a Bobo doll, Shutt, Mala, Post-Gordon, and Rasta, 1988. Coding children's interpretations of ambiguous stories. For example, a child is hit in the back with a ball. Responses were coded for the amount of negative and violent content. Kirsch, 1998. Listing aggressive thoughts and feelings. Carvelton, Tan, 1994. Administering blast of white noise to an unseen person in a teacher-learner paradigm, which on a learning task or which errs on a learning task or punished. Anderson and Dill, 2000. Wingdon, Van, Shy, and Maud, 1997. Withholding money from another. Winkle, Novice Spec, and Hobson, 1987. Tested with 8 grades in a situation in which they played teacher in order to deduct money for errors made by another student. This serves as a measure of regression. Killing characters in a video game. Anderson and Morrow, 1995. Ask, 1999. Ask, Autonos and Minefield, 2000. Time taken to recognize aggressive words. In their experiment, Anderson and Dill, in 2000, required university students to play a violent video game for 15 minutes on 3 separate occasions, preceded and followed by cognitive word recognition tests, affective or behavioral, white noise, measures of regression. The only significant findings may depend on measures in which the word and recognition tests which take a representative aggressive thinking, the speed at which aggression where the words are provided to reflect this. The validity measure of cognitive schemas is dubious. Word recognition is usually used to reflect perceptual or somatic salience, anger, and disturda, however the fuck you pronounce that, 1996. Phenomena there's no necessary connection to aggressive behavior. Wow. Sounds like a really conclusive stuff, guys. Kids who play violent video games play more violent video games. I'm not saying that this is proof either way. No real conclusions of the game and their connection or non-connections to real violence have ever been drawn yet. Just don't let anyone bull into you, but that science has proven that your hobby is dangerous. This just isn't true.